Hey y'all, I was gonna put y'all up a little. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Put y'all up a little. Hold on, y'all. Give me a second. I gotta make some cushion. I gotta do what I gotta do, honey. I gotta do what I gotta do, baby. But nah, wait. Let me do this first before I even start talking smack. There we go. This is way better. All right. Hey y'all. I hope all is well. Get comfy. Oh my god. Y'all, my edges are like falling out right here because I did a wig installment and that wig ripped all my edges out. So it's time to give the wig a break just to tap it. But how y'all doing on this lovely on this lovely mm, on this lovely what's today? It's Tuesday. On this lovely Tuesday, darling. I'm so I'm blessed to be here. Okay. I am blessed to be here. Okay, that's all that matters right now because it's a lot going on. I don't know. I don't like my hair like this, y'all. It doesn't give. It doesn't give for me. It doesn't give. Or whatever. But y'all, they try to take my girl out. They try to take Rihanna out. Like us navies, us T navies, we don't play about Miss Riri, okay? Just like how y'all don't play about Miss Beyonce, we don't play about Riri. So, you want to start war? War started. Because what? And then you see the picture, the videos of the girl. Like she's crazy. Now let's be serious on Shorty. In her videos, she kept talking about how people are demonic. She kept saying that Rihanna was demonic. She kept saying how she always felt like this dark energy around her and all this extra stuff. People don't realize when they feel that energy, especially one valid point she made was that she had a dream. She said she had a dream and Rihanna popped up in her dream with the devil. And entities like to disguise themselves as other people, as other things, as other objects, right? So just because she had a dream of a certain celebrity doesn't mean that is 100% the actual like person projecting to you. You know what I'm saying? So her feeling that way is valid. It is real. Like her feeling the darkness and evil and all that. Yes, it is real, but it's not coming from Rihanna. But then again, I don't know Rihanna like that. Okay, just because I'm a diehard Team Navy fan doesn't mean that I know Rihanna. You get what I'm saying? Rihanna can be a whole different person behind closed doors. We don't know. Okay? But her energy don't lie. Energy does not lie. And one thing I've learned when I pick up certain vibes from people, I'm always right. And I feel like Rihanna is one of many celebrities that peep shit, that got into some stuff and they realize along the way that this is not right. And it's just like how us women when we see the red flag in a man and we think because of the fact that we're such loving and nurturing individuals that we can change that person. So we get in a relationship, we do all this extra shit, and then we find out too late that this was just a waste of time, or we got ourselves in some deep shit to where it's kind of hard to get out of. And I feel like that's how it was. That's how it is with Rihanna. Like she's got in this music industry with a goal, and then along the way, she probably realized like, damn, this is some fucked up shit. When she released that song, "Lift Me Up," that told me everything. That told me everything. And I don't know about y'all, but the energy that I got from that song, it was like a prayer song over herself. And she released it in a song because she knew that, us navies, because she attract like-minded people, like people who have good vibes, who are like, you can tell Rihanna's genuinely a good woman. It's just that, life be life, and you know what I'm saying? So, like I said, energy don't lie. And when she dropped that song, I said to myself, I said, something is not right. I said, she's trying to clear out something. Because don't you notice, like, I noticed something in us folks, like, you ever saw like a person who like they young age, they've been roaming the streets and acting crazy, doing the most grimiest stuff. And then once they start to realize about the type of lifestyle that they were living and the type of energy that they was projecting out to people, that's when they go and seek God because they realize that this is not right and I want to get right. And that's a good thing because at the end of the day, this is why we have a new day, a new hour, a new minute every day because God continuously give us a chance to make a change. We have free will at the end of the day, but he always going to give you a chance to make it right. It's all up to you. And when she dropped that song, I said, damn, she's trying to get right. She's trying to get closer to God. And I said, that's good because Rihanna went through a dark phase just like Beyonce went through a dark phase. But the difference between two individuals, you can see one getting overly consumed with it and one that got a little how to say like stained with it. Like for example, like you ever see like a sheep in wolf clothing. Like they pretend like they into the dark occults, but in real life, and I know that's so effed up to say, but you don't understand what people have to go through, especially in the industry, especially what's coming out today. Okay, shared. There's some real messed up folks out here. Okay, the moral of the story, I just knew. I said, yeah, she trying to get right, but when I saw the video of the girl that shot at her, I say, yeah, something not right with that girl. Like you can tell, and it's the energy. It just something just seems so dark and so clouded. Every time I look at her video, I see cloud like stagnant energy. Either somebody is projecting energy onto her, or she's just a real effed up individual. But my intuition tells me that she probably got into some stuff, got around some people that probably interfere with her mental state, or she's just cuckoo. But that's a very effed up feeling, and I hate how like people are just like disregarding it because of the fact that it's a celebrity. So what if this person has trillion to billion of dollars? They're still a human. You know what I mean? And for y'all to be like that towards her is also weird because she has never been. She's just never been. But also, I don't know Rihanna like that. Okay, but energy does not lie. And I just feel like Rihanna, she just has good energy. Like, that's that. So the fact that that lady shot at her house, the first thing I thought of was the babies because I'm a mama's bear even though I don't have children, but I understand the true value of a child, of having a kid. They are godly little beings. They are the closest to God than anybody else. They are the purest form of a God child. You get what I'm saying? Because they don't know, they haven't sinned, they haven't did anything to alter their aura. You get what I'm saying? Unless it's been self-inflicted onto them. So the first thing I thought of was them babies. And then on top of that, she just had a baby. Postpartum doesn't, it takes a minute to fully, for a woman to fully come out of postpartum. And I'm not saying she has postpartum, but it's common, you know, because your body's going through some changes, our hormones. You see how we already act when we're on our cycle and when we're not on our cycle. Imagine your body is trying to regulate and go back to its old way after carrying a whole other human being. That's a lot. Like I can imagine. So like imagine going through that and then you find out somebody's trying to kill you. I can imagine. I pray for my girl. I pray. And then on top of that, she probably still grieving. It's a lot. And then ASAP, he ain't shit. I'm sorry, he ain't shit. He ain't fuck shit. At first, I used to root for him because you know he a Harlem nigga, but Harlem niggas ain't shit. And then he's low key. He got some Barbados background because I know his cousin who's also from Barbados. So I know a little bit about ASAP. I know a little bit about his background and stuff. So I thought that was very cute. Like she's born and raised in Barbados, and then she's dealing with a New York nigga that's got some family in Barbados. I thought that was a cute combination, and plus they sexy together. They look good together. But he ain't shit. He a Libra. He a Libra male. He ain't shit. He ain't fucking shit. So hey, whatever. As long as my girl happy, I'm happy too. Okay. But he ain't shit. Crystal Light. Yes, I love me some Crystal Light. But no, yeah, that's very scary. That's very sickening. And then just to find out that there was a live motion case that was going on, that is so sick. If Jay-Z was behind all this, I don't think he was. I don't think he really was behind it. But something tells me that he sent out chaos magic to her. You know, Jay Z be dipping and dabbling in that shit just like he got his wife into it too. Okay. That's why she's so ditzy because he got her. I would not be surprised if that man got a bowl of water with rice in it and her hair is in it or something. Her blood. He probably got her blood. Like that's how ditzy Beyonce acts sometimes. Like she just like, girl, stand up, stand up. Anywho, when I my favorite album of Beyonce is B Day. Is it? It's not B Day. I think it's Beyonce. It's the one before B Day. Is it B Day? Hold on now. Let me do my research. Hold on, y'all. Let me do my research. Let me go on Spotify. Spotify. Oh, why am I go on Spotify just to search up Spotify. My favorite song is Alien Superstar because it gave me Prince vibes. I don't know. Listen, I love that song. I don't like her like that because of her energy that she carries. I don't think that's the vessel. I don't think the soul that we've been introduced to when Beyonce first came out is the same soul that's walking. among us today. Let's just say that. Like the body, the face is Beyonce, but the spirit, the soul behind the eyes is not her. It's not her. Um, See, the reason why I say that is because the way these record labels, yeah, it's B Day. I was right. I was right. And then I like some songs from Sasha Fierce, but this album Lemonade had me in a chokehold. And around that time, I was dealing with my twin flame, so I was relating with a lot of stuff. But my favorite song of hers, well, two, is Love Drought. Love Drought makes me think of my twin flame so much. Anywho, what's the song? Sorry, is it Sorry? Yeah. When she in the beginning, she was like, um, now that you have killed me. What she say? Hold on. Cause when she said that, I said, "Girl, what you trying to say? He threatening you. He threatening you, girl." Hold on, let me see. Hold on, y'all. So that whole song was basically about him cheating on her. But okay, hold on. I think that's it. She said, "So what are you going to say at my funeral now that you killed me? Here lies the body of the love of my life, whose hearts I broken without a gun to my head. Here lies here lies the mother of my children, both living and dead. Rest in peace, my true love, who I took for granted. Most bomb Issy, who, because of me, sleep sleep evaded. Her gods listening. Her heavens will be love without betrayal. Ashes to ashes, dust to these side chicks." But low key though, y'all say not innocent either. But no, what when she said that, I said, "Oh, he threatened you." Because the one thing, the dark side about a Sagittarius, they are psychopaths and they're very sneaky with it. They very sneaky and they very calculated. So it's just like, you may think they're not doing it, but they doing it. You know? So, but what really confirmed it to me, because I was just sitting, I was eating, I was in my own zone yesterday, and the song Beyonce, is it drunk? No, it's not Drunk in Love. Is it? Yeah, it's Drunk in Love. I'm sorry, y'all. I think it's Drunk in Love. Yes, it is. It's Drunk in Love. And his dumb ass gonna say, what's his line? Hold on. This is why Tina Turner don't fuck with us. Oh, what he say? He said, beat the box beat the box up like Mike in 97. I bite. I'm like, I'm Ike Turner. Turn up, baby. No, I don't play. Now eat the cake, anime. Said, eat the cake, anime. I'm nice. Why would you say that? It's not funny. But why would you say that? She's on this song, hooping and hollering on the beat, talking about how in love she is with you. You over here talking about eat the cake, anime, eat the cake. Oh, so you beating on her. You beating on her. He's calculated with it. He knows. He knows how to do it without really. That's why I believe the whole situation with Solange is deeper. Everybody's speculating. Oh, it's because Solange found out that he was cheating. Yes, it can be, but not like that. Not to the point where you putting hands on him. Cause me, if I found out, I don't give a fuck about the cheating shit. If you cheat, I'ma curse your ass out, but I would never put my hands on you. I'ma curse your ass out. Why are you cheating on myself? You ain't shit. Blah, 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 blah. But if I find out you hitting my sister, nigga, you Ike Turner, I'm Ike Turner, I'm Mike Tyson. I'm Mike motherfucking Tyson. I'm Tyson. I'm beating your ass. Cause what you doing touching my sister? That's the energy it was giving. Oh, you want to hit on my sister? Nigga, hit on me. Matter of fact, I'ma start it by hitting on you. I dare you to hit me. That's the energy it was giving. That's the energy it was giving. It wasn't giving, oh, you cheating on my sister. Bah, 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 bah. It was giving, oh, you beating, allegedly. Let me throw that out there. Allegedly, these are just my opinions. Doesn't mean that is true. But I said, that man hitting on that woman, and he's very calculated. He's very fucking calculated. Hello, look at what he's doing today. He's calculated. That man thinks 20 steps ahead. So I want to see how this turns out. I at first I used to go crazy for these celebrity news, but now I'm starting to realize like it's draining. Half of them are toxic, and where I'm at in life right now is just like certain energies you cannot allow in your aura field no more. But I'm observing, so I'm observing from the other side. You get what I'm saying? I'm peeping game, but I'm far away from the energy, so it won't interfere with me, even though I see it. You know. But I want to see how this plays out. I want to see. I feel like if they get a divorce, either one is because of the fact that Beyonce don't want her reputation to get ruined, or two is because they been got a divorce, which I always had a feeling that they been got a divorce, and they finally at a point where they like, you know what, might as well make it public. Either it's going to come out as a rumor first. If it comes out as a rumor first, that means they been got divorced and it's just now starting to come out. Or if one of them comes out and announce the divorcement, it's because either one, he's letting Beyonce go because he don't want her to fall into it because of how ride or die Beyonce is, that he don't want her to get caught into the mess. He wants her to go and take the kids as she should and do you while I go over here and fight these battles. Or Beyonce had enough and she don't want her reputation ruined. She listening to her mama and she listening to her daddy, maybe Solange too. And she said enough is enough and she's going. You know what I mean? So it could be either or. And I feel like that's what it is. Allegedly. Because I ain't got no money for y'all to be taking me to court. I am not like that, okay? I'm a regular, degular chick. Please don't. Okay, this is all alleged, okay? Please. But yeah, y'all, that's so it's so weird. And it's making me think back. I never every time I hate the fact that we lack sympathy when it comes to celebrities because of the fact that they are celebrities. But certain folks, you gotta have some type of, you know, and I'm like that towards Nicki Minaj. I'm like that towards Kanye. I'm like that towards what's the guy from Empire? He needs to speak his truth. He really needs to speak his truth. And it's so sad and it's so messed up how they took advantage of that boy to the point where he's lost in the sauce. He's living in a life, in a reality that's being projected onto him when it's not. I mean, yes, if he is gay, he is gay. But I don't think him living the way he's living now is not, that's not the path he's supposed to be on. That's not his true reality that God wants him to live in. But he has to speak his truth. Because the way that they did him is so messed up. And we already see what's going on with the E whatever his name is. I'm not gonna say it. And our president. We already see what's going on with that. Imagine how there's so many guys in this industry that has been taken advantage of, and you won't even know because they keep it to themselves. You know how men are today, as they believe in when you're a man, you can't express feelings, emotions. You gotta be strong and blah blah blah. But that's all cat. We all human. We all have divine and masculine energies within us. That's why we have a mother. That's why we have a father. You get what I'm saying? Just like how, when we grow up without the father, you see how that is already. Imagine growing up without a mom or some type of guidance from a feminine energy. It really fucks you up. And I feel like there's a lot of male in the industry that been taking advantage of, and it be the ones that you would never think. You would never think. And I feel like DMX was one of them. Allegedly. That's why he did so much drugs. You gotta understand, a lot of people do drugs because they're trying to hide or they're trying to run from something, some type of trauma. Because when I used to smoke a lot, it's because I didn't want to face my reality, my hurt, my traumas. So I say all this just to say, like, this is another thing, another reason why a lot of people don't want to speak up, because we take everything and make it into a joke. When Kanye West came out and even though I didn't understand it, but now I understand why, because you gotta understand, some people they don't, when they need to let something out, they can't think straight, so they just do whatever. That's why when you see people lashing out, it's because they don't know how to process it logically to where I don't know how to explain it, but hopefully y'all understand. So when Kanye came out and he made that tweet saying that when he was young, I think somebody molested him, which caused him to be a molester. And I'm not going to say exactly what he said, but I feel like it's like a generational curse. You get what I'm saying? It's like a parasite. It's like a disease. If you don't take care of it, you can easily spread it to somebody else. Without, some people don't even realize, some people do. But I'm talking about the people that don't realize. They think it's okay. Like, I feel like what Diddy was doing, he thought it was okay. Only because it was taught to him on how, what was taught to them. It's like a cycle thing. Some people know what the fuck they doing and they just don't care. They get overly consumed in that shit. But then you got some folks that know and they want to get out, and you got some folks that don't know until later. So it's a fucked up shit, y'all. It's a fucked up shit. I used to grow up and be like, I wish I was rich and famous. Now I'm like, shit. No shade. But they going through what we're going through, but theirs is a little bit more sinister because money is involved. People with big ego and money is not a good combination because they can buy your ass out if they really wanted to. That's why they make these movies. These movies ain't here for just for entertainment. They're messages, but they disguise it because we, as in some of y'all, are programmed, deeply rooted, programmed to the point where y'all don't even think outside the box. Y'all don't use context clues. Nothing that we've been taught, y'all don't use today, obviously. And it's okay. We're all human. We're all learning. That's why us were placed on these type of platforms to wake some of y'all up. That's why I'm so happy now. A lot of people are waking up. Shout out to y'all. Yay! We were waiting for this moment. We were yelling, frustrated, like, how come nobody can see? You saw that video with the Marshall guy, and he was talking about how he wasn't going to fight for such and such. I'm not going to say the name because I don't want them to flag my video. Um, and it just went viral. And this girl was yelling. She was like, how come none of y'all are turning your heads? Like, that's how it felt back then when the conspiracy theory was a conspiracy theory and we was telling y'all about the fucked up shit that's going on, and y'all just sat there and was like, you're a psychopath, you're crazy. That's how it felt back then. Like we were talking to a brick wall. But y'all waking up. Shout out to y'all. Yeah. I'm so happy for y'all. I've been waiting for this moment all my life. Because y'all, we need to do something different. We need to switch it up. Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm. But it's time to be alive. But no, honestly, when it got to the age of Aquarius, I said, shit about to get real. And it sure did. It got real as a bitch. Like, hold on, wait a minute. I didn't know it was going to get this deep. Yes, honey, it got deep. It got sinister deep. Like, whoa. I knew about the whole eating babies and drinking the potion, the magical potion that runs through our veins. I've been knew about that. So the way a lot of people are flipping out now is what I was doing back then. I was going crazy. 2020. And the thing is, I was going crazy in the house because this all happened in 2020. Okay? Y'all really want to know why 2020 happened? Because they knew this day was going to come. They knew that everything that's out in the open now is going to come. So what way can we program these people to not see past the veil? Boop, and y'all took it. But hey, that's y'all have free will. Y'all have free will. But that ain't gonna stop shit. It ain't gonna stop shit. We on God's time. Period. So hey, it happened. What can we do now to make shit better? Now, the whole reason why I made this video, because I was thinking. That's because that's what I do. I think. I just in my brain. That's why I'm so quiet. If you're watching this video, you're like, God damn, this is the most I've ever seen Nisha talk. Yes, I talk, honey. It's just like I'm on a whole different frequency, not to sound like I'm above or beyond anybody, superior, better, none of that. It's just that since I was young, I always asked questions. I was always the child that always asks, why, how come we have a sun? Why can we have the moon? Why is there a sky? Why are we living in buildings? Why am I living? That's how deep it got. It got that deep to the point I used to question my existence. Why am I here? Why am I viewing? Why am I living in this environment? Why am I going to school? Why? I was always that child. And as I got older, the more God started to speak back to me. And I want to, I'm trying not to cry. Sorry. I don't want to cry. So, excuse me. That's why my relationship with God is like this. I don't care. When I talk to people and they tell me, they ask about, my religious beliefs, and they try to convince me otherwise, I do not play. You will never sit there and tell me or question me about my relationship with God, because I've been through a lot and I've seen a lot. And just for me to be on this journey and how everything just unfolding for me, and how, like, it's weird, but I'm thankful because it lets me know that I'm being watched. Like, when I was young, I was very depressed. I was suicidal. I just didn't understand what's the whole purpose of all of this. So I used to argue with God all the time. Why? Like, I used to beg for God to take me out of my misery. It's just so, for me to be here and what I'm doing now is so, it's like, damn, I be feeling bad for being so ungrateful, because there's people going through way worse. There's people being tortured. There's people not waking up with a roof over their head. There's people not having hot or cold water. There's kids out here fighting for their lives, getting taken, getting raped. So it's just like, I hate when I see people be so ungrateful. Yeah, I ain't mean to cry, y'all. I'm sorry. But no, honestly, let me calm down. And that's another thing. I don't understand. Like, ever since I've been on this journey, also I'm a twin flamer, so it's like lately the twin flame energy is very high, and right now all I'm thinking about is the twin flame for some odd reason. Like, leave me alone. Sometimes I feel like I'm crazy. I'm the one delulu, but I'm not, because just for me to sit here and have a regular conversation and just me drift off, like, come on now. But yeah, like I was saying, just be grateful. Just be grateful and thankful. I mean, yeah, I understand. Yes, be worried, but like right now is not the time to be worried, because we have to do what we need to do. There's a mission. There's a mission. We're all on this for. We're all awakening for a reason. Everything that's happening right now is for a reason. It's all on you, on how you want to perceive it. If you want to sit here and whoop de holla do about, oh, the world's going to end, you have free will to do that. But you may end up manifesting that in a different way. You get what I'm saying? You might end up, anyway, it all on how you want to You know how they say when life gives you lemons, you make lemonade? It's all on you. It's all on how you want to make your lemonade. If you want to make it tangy, baby. You got free will. But guess what? You got lemons that you need to squeeze. You need to make that lemonade. But you better make it how you want to make it. It can be a ripe as or not too ripe as lemon. It's all on how you make that lemonade. And that's all I'm gonna say. If it makes sense, then the message is for you. If it don't, let it fly. Because when you start to really take a minute and learn about frequencies and why we have so many nerve endings in our bodies, why our bodies is made out of water, right? Why if you take a good minute to tap in and just peep, don't go too crazy because some people do go crazy, but just watch how things work in life. You start to realize that we are powerful. We are more powerful than anything. And people also fail to realize that the government work for us. They work for us. We the ones that they rely on. We keep giving our power away. We keep forgetting our roots. And the whole reason why I made this video, because like I said, that's what I do. I just think. I think myself I think myself. I think myself into psychosis sometimes because I'm always thinking. That's another reason why I used to smoke, but I noticed smoking would trigger something, and then next thing you know, especially if I just receive like a new download, oh my god, you would think I just did me like a perk. Nah, not even a perk. I don't even know how a perk would feel. Like a bad trip on shrooms. Let me just say that, cause I'll be like, oh shit, like bro, I be tripping out. But no, I wrote this in my notes too. I was just thinking because I have Ganishka tatted on me, right? But the reason why I got this tatted on me because number one, I love elephants. If you look up the true meaning of elephants, I feel like I could resonate with it. They're smart, they're beautiful beings, and they're the most biggest but gentlest creatures on this planet. And I don't know, I just love elephants, I love dolphins, and I love horses. Horses come number one besides next to an elephant. A horse, I'm a stallion, so I can relate, okay? But no, back to my tattoo. I got this, which is it represents a road opener. That's why I got it, and then I got this, the flowers. But it's supposed to be Ganishka because Ganishka, I can relate with it. And then it's me. And I got 777. But back to this tattoo, right? I'm an African American woman. My mom is African American, but we have some. I know y'all gonna like, oh, here she go with this bullshit. Yes, yes, we got some Indian in our family, but it really is like I really do. I've seen my family tree, and we have some Blackfoot, Cheyenne, Cherokee in our family. And I saw my great grandmother, which is she was so beautiful. May her soul rest in peace. So beautiful. And she looked like a true Indian, but a black Indian, like African American, but just with Indian features. But moral, that's not what I'm trying to say. And then my father, he's from Jamaica, but they look like my grandmother, which is his mother. She looks like she's Guyanese Indian. You know what I mean? If you from Guyana, you know some of them they have that Indian. Like she looks like she's Indian Guyanese, but she was born and raised in Jamaica, right? So it just sent me down a rabbit hole of thinking like how come every other ethnicity like they have, you know how us black people we look at Jesus Christ, but if you look at other races, let me pull up my facts, okay? Let me get my notes in order. So for Asia they got Hindu, Buddhist, and Muslim, right? So for Asia, they mostly known for Hindu and Buddha. Muslim didn't come into like farther down, right? But Hindu, no, yeah, Hindu is more for like India part, you know. But there's a little bit of Asians that do, you know. But what I'm trying to say is that for Asia, you know how the Buddha god looks like they kind of resemble of certain folks in Asia. Just like in Hindu, there's some of the Hindu gods like Ganeshka and all that. They kind of resemble, the East Asia part of, you know. And then you got Africa and the Caribbeans. They look at the Orishas, and if you look at the Orishas, what they do, they kind of resemble them. They kind of resemble African people or some of the Caribbean people too, right? If you look at our community, why ours is a white man with blue eyes and blonde hair? That's more for you know who, the white people. But why is that for us? There's still unanswered questions. Like, how come everybody else know about their root when it comes to spirituality, but when it comes to us, it's rules and regulations, and it's a person who don't look like us that we go to praise. Ain't that weird to y'all? It never sat right with me. And then as a child, my grandmother, she say now she don't consider herself a Christian, even though she be in that Bible though. But growing up, I always went to church every Sunday. And if it wasn't that, when let me not say that. But every Sunday I would go to church. Every Sunday she would take me to this church downtown Manhattan. Let me look it up because it's by the bridge. I think the George Washington Bridge. That that church was creepy. Okay, I let me tell y'all this one incident. Oh God, how long is this video? Oh, we 49 minutes. Let me look up the name of the church. I'm sorry, y'all, if that me doing that is making y'all like. But What the fuck? No, it's not showing. It's not trying to show me. It's talking about the Bridge Drive. I'm saying by the George Washington, and it's talking about by the Brooklyn Bridge. Negro, is you dumb? This is not the church. Well, it's showing me the other church that's by the bridge. It's two churches, but I don't know the name of the other one. It's not literally by it, but it's in that location. I remember you have to kind of go in because it's low key in Harlem. Not Harlem, but whatever. Like the Upper East Side, but it's big. Anywho, this one story, the way the church is, when you go in, you just walk straight to the back, and in the middle they have like these stairs that go kind of up, and it's like one of those stairs where you can go up from this side and you can go up through the middle side because it kind of curves. And once you go up, you go this way to the bathroom. Over here I never went because it's like more other offices and stuff like that. So I go over to the bathroom one day, and it was me and my cousin. We were running. And the way the hallway is set up, it has carpet until you hit a certain part of the hallway, which is like two, I don't remember exactly how far off, but I know it stops at when it's almost close to the bathroom. So it runs to a certain length. And then after that, it's just straight marble floors. So we used to run to the bathroom. And this day, we ran and the bathroom was empty. So the way the bathroom is, you walk in and then there's the wall. Like, so you're walking in, there's a wall, and then you turn right here, and then on this side, as you walking in, on this side is like the sink, and it has like a little wall still here, and then you gotta curve in, and then that's where all the bathroom stalls. But you can kind of see, like, if you were, anyway, and that whole bathroom floor is marble floor too. So I had the little the clicky clicky chicletas, the little clicky clicky, church shoes, and when you walk, you can hear your feet like. So this day, we ran, we went in the bathroom, we doing our thing, and then as we're like, we hear somebody walking, and they came in the bathroom because you can hear them walking down the hallway, and then as they come into the bathroom, it gets a little bit louder. You can tell when somebody enters something because the sound becomes shallow or it becomes, much more. Um, you can hear it much more, right? So I can hear somebody coming in the bathroom because as they come in, you hear the bathroom stall opens and they close. Mind you, my cousin, we're both doing it at the same time. Pause. We're both releasing into the toilet at the same time. So ain't no way my cousin left out. You get what I'm saying? So I'm not, and as I left out, I was washing my hands, and I noticed all the stalls is open besides like our two, but kind of, how you can tell that it's been used because the door is kind of like, but every other door was open straight, like open, like completely open, besides this one door that was towards the further part of the bathroom. It's like the third stall. And then it's like one, two, and then mine's was right here. And then one empty one, my cousin, and then there was that real big one that's for like the handicaps, or if you want to change your baby, because they had like the changing station there too. So I noticed the door was closed, and I'm washing my hands, and I'm just look. You know how sometimes you just look to see if you see somebody's feet is there. There was no, but the door was closed. Now I don't know. I didn't peep when I came in. It probably was already closed, but I didn't peep. But all I know is that I did hear a door on that side open and close. Somebody came in the bathroom and opened and closed it. So I'm looking, I'm like, I'm already spooked out about this damn church because some other stuff been happening too. So I said, yo, I said to my cousin, I said, did somebody come in here? And she was like, yeah. And I was like, you know, she's looking, and she low key not scary. Like that girl, she's something else. Now she's something else. Anywho, she's still my dog though. She wasn't scary, so she went and opened the door. And as she opened the door, she runs out, so that makes me run out. You know how us black people, she do it. She's not scary, but she fuck with me. You know what I'm saying? So she runs out and she start like, ah. I'm like, stop playing. She was like, ain't nobody was in there. The whole day I'm sitting in the church, I'm like spooked out. I said, hell no. I'm never going to the bathroom again. And I sure didn't. I think we went back there. I don't even remember. I think that was the last time I ever went back. I probably went back another time, probably one or two times. For some reason, I'm feeling like one or two times I probably went back, but for some odd reason I remember it, but then I don't remember it. But that particular day stuck with me still to this day. I remember what I had on. I had like this little white dress. I think it was white or like light pink. And my grandmother always put those little, the little gloves. And I had like the little ponytails with the bubbles at the end. And I had some white tights and some like, I think it was white or pink shoes. I don't remember the color, but I remember how it looked. It was like big and fluffy. But for some odd reason, I see it as white, so it probably was white. And then also, I feel like it was light pink too. So that was the last time I ever went to church. The last time I ever went to church. Until I hit like 15, 16. That's when like I got back into my father's life. And his wife, they don't, you know how Koreans don't play about their Lord and Savior. Amen. This is when I got introduced to Sunday school. I did not know Saturday school and Sunday school, but mostly Sunday school. This is when I got introduced to it, and I didn't know it was such thing. I'm from the Bronx, so the only Sunday school we had was why my dumbass was about to say Hip Hop Harry. What the Oh my god, it's the little truck that be driving around and be giving us like free toys and free candy. And he be preaching the word of God to us. It's crazy because damn, it's not showing me. Cause it got to a point where they stopped going to a certain location and they moved towards like hmm, they moved towards like the deeper part of the Bronx. And I just found it fishy how they stopped like doing it on like they used to do it on the end of my block. So all I had to do was just walk down two buildings and I'm right there. But they did it on another location that was like more in the hood part and I was like and that was like The last time I ever seen them, like that's how I knew shit was about to get real because they just they stopped coming to our location. But yeah, it was like a little red truck. I forgot the name of it, and they would come. They had like the truck was set up where they can pull out like this little thingy to make a stage, and they would have gifts for us. They would always give us candy. When it's like time to go back to school, they always had like this little thing going where they give out supplies, and it was a dope thing. And then they would preach the word of God. They would have like, catchy songs that would have the kids want to sing and dance to it. It was a lot. But yeah, I didn't go to it that much because during that time I was getting bullied. So I was like, I'm not coming here when these girls was gonna mess with me for no reason while I'm over here trying to mind my damn business. Oh, anywho, yeah. And then when I like reunited with my father, his wife, we had to go to church Saturday night, and then we had Sunday school. Boy, me and my brother used to look at each other like, shout out to Andre. He used to make me laugh because he had that look in his face like, oh my God, I don't want to be here. But I relate because I'm like, damn, nigga, I'm here too. I'm like, damn, they got me here too. Like, that's crazy. But hey, we needed it. Shit, we needed it. Like, we needed it. We needed to be covered in the Lord's prayers because, hello, you see how the word is now? Shit, we needed that. So, I guess. But it's so funny. He is Scorpio. So it's like, you know how they say Scorpios and Libras, they kind of act alike. Like, we really do. But to a certain extent, fun fact, us Libras were made to bring balance between the intensity of a Virgo and a Scorpio. So it's just like, you know, hey. But ooh, child. And I haven't went back to church since then, like since for a good minute. And this lady at my job, she was like, um, what she said? How do it be sounding like a recruitment? Are you the see, I can't even say it. Do you believe you are the covered in the Lord's salvation, or are you the something? Some shit they say, and it just don't be sitting right with me because it feels like a recruitment. Like, just say, are you a child of God, honey? You over here talking about some. And you know how a person come up to you and be like, oh, I just want to ask, do you have a lifetime warranty? Like, that's how it feels. Like, you trying to pry me into something. And this one lady, she did that to me one day, and she had a whole bunch of foam on the side of her mouth, and I'm just like, lady, because, and then she was like, you need to repent. I said, wait a minute, what I do? I said, wait, I said, wait, what? I said, what happened? We was just conversating regularly. She was telling me about her granddaughter and her grandson's achievement. Like, they out here younger than me, getting them bachelor's degrees. I know that's right. I love hearing that. So it was going good until she did that to me, and I was like, I just felt very attacked. But I didn't take it too personal because I felt like she didn't mean no harm. But I got mad because this is the things that get me mad sometimes. There's the generational curse, the deeply programmed mindset. it's like stuck in people. It's like implanted, like it's deeply rooted to the point where you can't take it out. And it's in within, you know, the older folks. And she made it seem like, you know, my beliefs were, mm, how to say, like, my beliefs weren't, um, my beliefs weren't like, damn, there's a word that I want to say, but it just won't roll off the tongue. Now I gotta rephrase it. It's like more like she felt like, or in order for me to be in a true loving relationship with God, is that I had to do X, Y, and Z. And I was like, I asked her why. Why do you feel that way? Well, it's because it's written in the Bible, and the Bible says so. And I said, oh, so you following commands of something that's been rewritten how many times? You not feeling it within your heart to say, you know what? Because I just love hearing the word of godliness. The I love going there because it uplifts my spirits. It makes me feel good. It makes me feel more connected with God. It makes me feel like I'm fulfilling my purpose as a godly being, as a child of God. You're not saying that. You're just saying that because you're being told to. You get what I'm saying? It's like you reading the Bible because of what reason? Now when I ask you that, why are you reading the Bible for? Because you was told to, or because you want to learn the word of God? You get what I'm saying? And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying, because earlier I said, why would you trust a Bible that's being rewritten? I'm not saying that in a way to where I'm saying that it's truly false or inaccurate or, something that people shouldn't do. I'm not bashing Christianity. This is not a video to bash Christianity at all. I'm just saying sometimes we need to like think outside of the box without putting labels on ourselves, because the whole purpose of us living here is to expand our minds, to be open minded to a certain extent. Everybody has the right to have boundaries. If you feel like, I don't relate with that, that's okay. But to sit there and bash somebody and make them feel like it's wrong, or, manipulate them into belief, is that's the weird part for me. Like, it's weird. And I feel like, what was that pop up? Are we still going? Hello? Okay, I think we're still going. I think we're still going. I hope so. Shit. I'm gonna be mad as hell if we ain't still going. But if you still here, hey girl, hey. Hey girl, hey. Hey girl, hey. Because people don't watch my video. It's okay. But if you're watching, you better subscribe. Put that button at somewhere over here. Oh no. Would it be down here? Down here. Subscribe. Thumbs up. Yeah. Hey. I hope you still watching. Okay, let me stop. No, but yeah, like why we can't think outside of the box. You know, God said don't put no limitation on his love. Right? Like, I don't know. And that's why I don't like having these conversations, because soon as you bring up Christianity, the devil. Like, wait a minute, brother. I ain't trying to beef with you. I'm trying to get you to think outside of the box. But you also have free will. You can say, nah, brother, I don't relate with that, but I fuck with you. Simple as that. Simple as that. Or you don't have to fuck. But to the point where people are just feeling like what's being taught is the right way is sometimes it don't be the right way. We're living among people that are very manipulative. So something can fall into the wrong person's hands sometimes. It can. Sometimes we have to sit down for a minute and say, let me think. Let me tread lightly on this situation. Oh, my spidey senses is going off. Let me take a minute and figure out what's really going on. People don't do that. People are like, oh, let me go. Like, shit. Yeah. Everybody's going mod. But it's okay. It's okay. We got to take it day by day. It's okay. We are in this together. But no, back to what I was saying, like, um, I just don't like when I feel like I'm being shamed or shunned. Is shunned a right word to say for that? I don't think so. So we're gonna take that out. But I just don't like when people make it seem like you have to be one way. And I'm not. Yeah. Okay. We're gonna move forward. We're gonna move forward. I wish I can find that truck. Like, come on. I'm so mad I can't find that truck. And watch, I'm gonna think of a word or a letter, and it's gonna magic school bus. No, I don't think so. But yeah, so I have like my little notes, and I basically talked about half of them. Oh, I wrote down messing with the weather, sun, and water heals. Yeah, that's why. Um, as far as I've learned so far, we're not supposed to. This is all allegedly, but for the longest, I always felt like I never felt like myself during wintertime. Like wintertime, I don't know if it's maybe it's because wintertime is meant for us to go through our like dark shadow moments. So where like that's why we a lot of us get depressed and stuff because it's like a moment of self reflection. Like because a lot of us ain't doing much. It's too cold. Everybody's working, stacking their money, doing whatever. You got a little trips here and there, but some people don't trip at all. So all they doing is going to work, school, home, or work, home, right? Boom, right? Or work home and then clock in to their child. So it's like, damn, I forgot what I was talking about. Oh, so because I just thought to my twin flame, like this is the shit that's pissing me off. Anywho, um, oh, so yeah, maybe it is set up that way for that reason. But every time it gets cold, we get depressed, right? But when the sun is out, We all happy. We want to be outside. We feel good, honey. I know I do. That's why right now there's like TikTok videos going around where like people wearing dresses, chicletas, and they sandals, they toes is out. Shit, I don't blame them, cause baby, I'm ready. This winter was a hell of one. It was wicked. I hate winter. I hated winter. I always hated winter. So this is what made me like think of that. But if you really think about the natural healing prophecies, why that sound funny when I say that? But the healing that we get from the sun, it does a lot. Like it's a natural detoxifier, you know. Some of y'all ain't ready for that one because a lot of y'all be complaining about how hot the sun is. Yeah, the sun is trying to sweat out all that toxins that's in your body. That's why you feel that way. Because you got a whole bunch of toxic in your body. Ooh. And, you know, the sun give us our vitamin D. You know, if you really look at the symptoms of when you're vitamin D deficiency, don't you notice it kind of plays a part with the symptoms you have when you have seasonal depression? Your hair falls out, you get fatigue, all you want to do is sleep, you don't even want to do nothing. But as soon as you get that vitamin D, even when you get the vitamin D naturally, if you know what I mean, honey. Now that's you know what I mean. If you get that vitamin D from the ooh, girl, you be going home. I mean, going to work, twirling your hair, skipping. You ready to do everything in the above because you feel good. Same thing the sun does to you, right? You feel good. You outside. You like, ooh, I got my little tan. The sun just kissed the hell out of my skin. I know he did. You know, it's just doing your body right. It's making you feel good. It's making you feel sexy. And like, ain't it weird? Or maybe I'm just fucking crazy. If I am, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. This is your first time ever meeting me right now. You're like, this bitch is wicked. Yeah. Oh, I'm not a bitch. I need to watch my profanity. I'm not a bitch. I'm a queen. Thank you. Okay. But yeah, like I feel like maybe, but I feel like also the winter is not good also because a lot of things like die down. But now I'm starting to realize it's the duality of life. Is the balance of earth. We need night just like how we need nighttime. So yeah, I take back what the original messages that I had when I wrote that down. I was about to say I don't think whether the like us having winter is necessary. Now I don't believe snow. We supposed to have snow, but as far as like cold weather, I believe that we're supposed to have that. Just for that, my alleged opinions. Okay. um, Twin flames. I don't know what's going on with that one, but yeah, I'm just like whoop de doo. I don't know. I'm just yeah. Lately I just going with the flow of it, but as of lately, I've been getting very annoyed. Like, I feel like I'm dwelling back to where like I'm having these like moments of anger and frustration. Like, honestly, I feel like I'm just over it. And the reason why I feel like I'm over it is because it's been how many years, and I'm just like, why am I still feeling like this? And I'm just like, is it something that I'm supposed to be feeling? And I'm just like, I know, I keep saying I'm just like, shut the fuck up. I'm over it. But I'm ready to let go. And that's how I'm feeling. Like, I'm ready to fully let go to the point where I don't have thoughts. Let me forget about you. I'm at that point. I'm okay. But it's getting intense now that after the fact that I came to that conclusion. Like when I came to the conclusion of fully letting go to where I don't want to have thoughts of you. I don't want to picture you in my head. I don't want to see any synchronicities of yours. If I do, I don't even want to think about it. Like, oh, that's such and such. I want to look at it and be like, oh, it's 11:20. You know, I'm over it. Cause now I'm starting to think like, this is starting to get scary now. Like, I don't know, because it's like if we are in two separate paths, we're both living our own separate lives for so long. Why the thought is there, persistent now. It's not like once in a blue, like before. Before it was like that. Like before, I was okay when I saw. I'm like, oh, and I keep it pushing. But lately, it's every day. It's in your dreams. It's every day in the dreams. Every day, synchronicities. It's like, whoa, this is getting a lot because it's amping. Like, chill out. So I asked Spirit to give me confirmations, and that's confusing me too. So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna let it go and let God. But I got frustrated because I'm thinking about something totally different, and then I just drift off to there. So it's just like, why? You bringing it to my attention. That's how I feel now. But what was the hour and 22 4 minutes? 22 Look, it's 2:41. Let me Google. Then I said 22:04, and I said 1 hour and 22, and the time is 2:41. And I does this too. I'll be looking up angel numbers. Things doesn't happen for a reason. A message of divine guidance, urging you to maintain balance, trust in your journey, and stay optimistic to manifesting your dream. It signified what? What signifies? Significant. All right. Your angels are supporting you to build a strong foundation for the future. It is a sign of intelligence to make informed decisions. Key theme of 241, balance and harmony. The number two is often represents partnerships and balance, as seen in Yahoo discussion of similar sequences. Support and stability. The number four symbolize a solid, stable foundation of your life. I feel pressure in my neck and my throat. New beginnings and focus. The number one represents new beginnings, independence, and taking initiatives. Spiritual guidance. It serves as a reminder to rely on your support of the universe or your guides during transitions. Overall, seeing 241 suggests that you should combine a practical planning with positive mindset to achieve your goals. Oh, I take that last part as personal. I got you. I heard you, and I received. Thank you. Oh, hold on. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I got another message. Make sure you're not neglecting your personal life, relationships, or well-being while pursuing your career goals. Ooh, this is for y'all. If you're watching, the angel number 241 is a manifestation number. It suggests that you have the power to create your reality through your thoughts and actions. The universe is responding to your positive mindset and intentions, and it is aligning with your desire. However, this also means that you should be careful with your thoughts and emotions. Focus on your outcome you want to achieve and visualize it. Visualize it as it already done. Avoid negative self-talk or doubt that may sabotage your success. Oh, this is why I clicked it because of this one. The angels are urging you to connect with your higher self and trust your intuition. Alignment with your mind, body, and soul, and balance between your material and spiritual pursuits. That's it. That's all I'm gonna say. Oh, one more 242, which I saw while I was googling this one. This one, and I think that's it. I'm gonna get off of this unless something else comes up. Now I'm gonna talk my shit. Okay, angel number 242 is a divine message to maintain inner peace, balance, and faith in your journey. It's signal. Oh, yo, I promise you, I can read. Yeah, that angels are supporting you. Of course, I got a yarn. Encouraging self love and urging you to stay on your current path. The number emphasizes trusting divine guidance for harmony in life and relationships. It serves as a reminder to harmonize your life, connecting with inner strength and maintaining stability. Okay, spiritual connection. Stay connected to your higher realms to receive guidance for your life purpose. Okay, 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 okay. Damn, I want to play a song, but I know they're gonna copyright me because they copyrighted my other fucking video. Cause they haters, they hate me. No, they don't hate me. I'm not gonna wish that upon myself. I don't talk negative over myself, so I don't know why I said that. Girl, invitation from my unknown sender. Y'all, this song, I think they're legit because they text me from an iPhone. I be these scammers are getting too creative. Which one is this? This is my email. No, this is my regular. This is weird. I got an email for a job offer, but I want to make sure it's legit. It ain't these little scamming ass mofos. So I don't know. I may go just to peep the vibes, but any fishy vibes, click off because I don't got time for people and they bullshit. But yeah, I don't think there's nothing else I want to talk about. I think I talk about mostly everything that I did want to talk about. I'm really trying to think like before I fully end this. I don't know, y'all. All right, so I guess I'm going to end this with a song of the day. The song of the day. Mm. Oh, hell no. It's going to be this one because this is my song. This song got me on a chokehold. I'm just going to say the name. It's called Sweet Music by Trini Baby. Bye. I'll talk to y'all later. Ow.